Hi guys, another session. And today we're going to be talking about giving and receiving. And we have a special guest with Sally. We've got Gwen Lepard all the way from San Diego. So welcome, Gwen.
Harry, thank you, Sally. It's been such an amazing. How this all sparked is Sally's been the most amazing host, Harry. I keep asking her, what can I do? What can I do to repay you for how generous you've been and what a wonderful host? And she keeps saying, nothing, it's all part of it. And so it's been putting me in the state of receiving. And Bridge, hey, we're doing a little recording on giving and receiving.
Hey, Bridge, we're doing a little segment on giving and receiving, and we're recording it. So join in with us.
Yes, absolutely. So I was sharing my story with Harry and with Sally about I was the first child, and my parents fought a lot, so I felt like I was to blame, and then another child came along, and then I felt like I wasn't enough, so I started overcompensating, and we put out a post about all the fun that we're having here in Melbourne, and one of our masters said, well, you're just too much. And it pushed my too much button because I've heard it my entire life. And part of it, I felt like, well, I'm just being myself. But what I didn't realize is I was overcompensating for not feeling like I was enough. And now it's like, I'm just enough. And it may be more than enough for some people, but I'm being myself. And now I'm being myself from a real genuine place of I'm 58. People around me are dying that are younger than me, and there is no more time to waste on worrying about if me being me is too much for someone else. And so I'm exactly enough. And Sally is just been so incredibly giving and amazing. And when I asked her what I could do, she said, just receive. It's like I'm getting the message, just receive, just receive. And this is what's now working for my business is I'm having fun. I'm doing things that are enjoyable. I'm sharing my message of, how do I love myself every day on Facebook Live. And my business is opening up. And so I'm like worried, oh my gosh, I'm out having fun. What am I doing for my business? What's going to happen to my business if I'm out having fun? And I come home from a trip with Sally to half dozen emails with close to 20 introductions to people that I now can have conversations with. And it's a referral of, I got so much out of this event and this person who I've known for a long time, and what she does may help you. And that's worth so much more than any Facebook ad that I could put out. And so what I'm discovering is that by receiving, by opening and expanding, it's the best thing that I could do for my business. And so we wanted to share that. And Harry, you were saying that it feels so good to give. And it does. I mean, I gave and gave and gave, but I gave and I wouldn't allow myself to receive. So now receiving Sally's incredibly beautiful hosting and sharing her wisdom and the beauty of her home and her hometown. I don't know if it's your hometown, but where she lives now, Melbourne is amazing. And Harry, you're going to host us, and you were saying it would be so good to be able to give, and I think that's
totally to have you both to stay. It'd be lovely. I get to know you. But one thing I want to say, listening to your words, I salute your courage in being yourself, and I believe that this is the meaning of the word courage. It is to follow your own path, to follow the magic strand. And that's the hardest thing in the world for me to have learned that lesson and
thank you. And I think that one of the things, a message for people that are only giving and won't allow themselves to receive is you take away the magic for those that want to give by pushing away and saying, oh, no, that's fine. I don't need any help. Or, oh, thank you so much, but how can I give back? Instead of just opening up and receiving, because that is the most precious gift that you can give to the person that's giving to you, is to actually receive. And so for the givers that are overgivers and that won't allow themselves to receive, that would be the message that I would have is soften your heart and open up to receive what's being given, because that's the best thing you can give to that person that wants to give to you, is to actually receive it.
And it's not easy, Gwen. We've workshopped that all weekend.
Yeah.
It's really freaking hard to receive, isn't it, guys? Yeah. What do you've got a bit of input there, Bridge?
Yeah, I think that I was a giver. I have been a people pleaser for many, many, many years, and I still get a lot of joy from that. However, the receiving side of things, you know, even in terms of being able to receive and to give to myself, to go, you know what, it's okay to do a bit less today, or it's okay to ask for help with this, or, you know, or to not say, okay, now I've done that, you've done that for me, what can I do for you? Which is my sort of normal sort of response. And I hear what you're saying, you know, when you've opened yourself up to the joys of that you're enough and who you are, and that's okay, and sharing that that your business is starting to take off. I'm similar. I'm just sort of being who I am, and people seem to like that. So, and it doesn't feel, well, just it doesn't feel so stressful.
I think we've it's cut out a little bit there with you, Bridge.
Yeah, it's dropping out.
Dropping out. But so just to introduce Bridge is the Focus on Living expert. So can you hear us, Bridge? It's just sort of cutting out a bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the receiving part, it's really, 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 really hard.
We've just arrived home, so I'll let Cynthia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you again. Oh, no, now it froze.
Maggie, you kind of.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Way
yeah,
better. Yeah. You're back on.
Okay.
So
It's not coming through the car now. Yeah. I think that the whole receiving part is really, really hard. And you know, I think especially, and I don't know if we're all the same, if men are the same, but I think especially for women that have children and have this belief that in order to be a good mum, that you should do as much as you can for your child, and then add work on top of that, and then run a household and all those sorts of things, because then it becomes really hard that there's this whole association of expectation of what we think a good mother looks like, and living up to that, and and judging ourselves at times. So but it's good to be able to just receive and enjoy that. And sometimes it is also, isn't it, saying no. I can't do that.
Sometimes it's saying no.
No. I'm just gonna see if I can put this on speaker. Anyway, I'm gonna take my visual off. Right, now I can just hear you. That's better, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you get in the groove of giving, and sometimes you get in the groove of receiving, and they may not be the same person. So that's the other thing.
Yeah. Continually give and give. It's exhausting. It is absolutely exhausting. And, you know, that's part of what you're dealing with, Bridge, is dealing with these women that are in this superpower mode, you know, trying to be like and just do everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, need to stop and receive and say it's okay. It's okay to let people do things for me or to help me,
or to say no to somebody's request. And no is a complete sentence. I mean, you can say no thank you if you want. You don't have to go into some big long explanation on no. No is you taking care of yourself. A no to someone else is a yes to you. So if
the contrast,
if someone says no to you, it's like, thank you for taking care of yourself. Yeah. It's no longer a rejection. It's knowing that a no to you is a yes to that person. They're taking care of themselves. So that's really, really important.
Totally. So Harry, what are you going to do in the next coming week?
Yeah.
In line with the giving and receiving. Well, we already know he's giving to us tomorrow.
Yes.
We're going to host you guys tomorrow night and put on a beautiful dinner for you. That'll be fun. And we might show you a few kangaroos up the end of the road if you're here before dark.
That aren't roadkill.
Yeah, some real live ones. might come for a piece of bread. Yeah. And I'll have the clinic work, and some of that'll involve giving, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have some clients who I give programs to, and others that I charge. Mostly I charge, but it's interesting to give a program sometimes.
Yeah. And how about receiving? How are you going to receive?
How about receiving? Well, I get a lot of receiving from family and friends. And my daughter's going to come over, who you met today. She's going to come over on the weekend and sort out some of my internet issues, my challenges where I get overloaded. Stuff that's, easy to do when you know how to, but if you don't know how to, it's hard.
Yeah, totally. And how about you, Bridge? How are you going to give and receive this week?
So, this weekend I'm going to give in terms of inspiring on Sunday. And I think receiving wise, I've just realised that I'm a bit exhausted, and I'd had committed to go to a couple of events tonight and tomorrow night, and I think I'm going to give them a miss and just say no, either to one or to both, just so that I'm quite rested and giving back to myself, so that I can give on Sunday. Yeah.
2 thumbs for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you? Oh, sorry, Bridge.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, sorry. I'm done.
Okay. Over to you, darling. Yeah.
Okay. So, in receiving, obviously, I've continued the lovely support of Sally, and receiving hosting from Harry, and then next week on Tuesday I'm going to be doing my event, my 3-hour event, so that will be a lot of time and energy. I'm going to continue doing the Facebook Lives, and I'm going to try to find something that Sally will really like, so that
well, I'm going to look forward to receiving that.
Yes. When I got that blue crystal for you, the joy in your face when I said I'm getting this was precious. Yeah, it's actually blue obsidian. Yeah. That was a blue day.
Yeah, that was our blue day.
It was an amazing blue day, opening the throat chakra.
Totally.
So that's how I'm going to be giving. I'm finding a way to be a good guest, and I'm giving some treats. So I'll be bringing some treats for you and your family, Harry, and from the States. And just continue the receiving that I've been, and just keeping myself open to what's next and what's possible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And myself giving, well, you're a guest, so we'll tick that box. But receiving, we're both going on a retreat, and so I need some help with the kids, and that all the logistics there, and then not working with my clients and allowing myself to have that time away, and do something for myself, which is the retreat. So I am so excited about that. But it's been a very tough journey to learn to receive, and I've got to say I've struggled with it a lot, and I'm still working through it. But I think this topic is really important for people to build up awareness about, and really start to think about receiving more as well as giving. So
getting that balance.
So shall we wrap it up, Harry? Do you want to
Yep.
A little bit of a wrap for us all?
So I think it's been good to have you, Gwen. A real blessing to have you on the channel and bring this topic in, which is so relevant to so many of the listeners.
Thank you so much.
And I look forward to seeing you too tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you, Bridge, next week in Sydney.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Giving you a big cuddle, Harry, next week when we're you know, with your angels.
Yeah. Look forward to it.
With his angels next week. Well, everyone, thank you for watching, and please feel free to leave some comments or any questions or any topics you'd like to hear about, and we'll catch you again later. See you later. Bye.
Bye.